Being productive as a mortgage broker is hard. I know being productive as a coach is hard, and it's one of the things I help people on. And so today in this video, what we'll do, I just want to share with you my productivity kind of formula, the stuff I do myself to stay on top of managing, to be honest, an incredibly busy diary. I do around 25 Zoom one-to-one coaching calls a week, as well as then loads of other stuff, managing a business, content, and everything else. And I stay on top of really speaking to about 50 clients at any given time. So I have around 50, let's say 50 clients. And it's the same when it comes to being a broker. You're going to be dealing with lots of stuff. You're going to be speaking to lots of people. There's lots of stuff happening. And so I want to share with you in this video how I do that and how I stay on top of it. So the first thing is I have to divide it into 3 parts. Productivity is, in my opinion, you need task management. So there's task management, there is time management, and then there is notes management. So there is time management, task management, and notes management. Those are the 3 core areas that I would break my productivity into. Just really straightforward. That's it. Now, what is each individual one? Well, task management, if we talk about task management first, what this one is it is effectively managing the tasks you need to do every single day. Am I actually going to do it? So moving to-do list is something that's going to remind me whenever there's a problem, whenever I need to say that I'm going to do something, that it happens. And I can also do things within the task management. There might be repeatable tasks. And I'll show you mine actually today. And some of them are ridiculous, which you'll see. But there's repeatable tasks on there. There's things that need to be done every day. There's things that need to be done every single week. Things to be done every single month. There's things I've said to a client, yeah, I'll get that done for you by Monday. I can add these things in. Managing my tasks is vital. If you don't manage your tasks, well, then you end up getting caught out and you end up looking like you're not. It's not that you don't want to do it. You have all good intentions of doing it. You just don't, because your management is off. You forget to something else. And the next thing you know, you're having a chat with somebody and you're like, oh, I completely forgot about that. And by the way, that happens to the best of us. It happens to me too, but it doesn't have to happen. So that is the first one. That is task management. So what do I recommend for task management? Well, for task management, the thing that I use myself, I use an app called Microsoft ToDo. Now you can see on the side here, this is my actual tasks one. Some of them are ridiculously savvy. Anything that has the little swirl on it, that is repeatable. Anything that has, that isn't, is on there too. Now I have things on there like personal stuff too, like workout, but I also have in LinkedIn and Facebook adding. So make sure I'm connecting to my 20 people who are down LinkedIn. I have my content creation. If I click on that, it tells me the things I need to make every single day, which I can then tick. And if I tick it, it goes into there. I have my medication I need to take. I have my posting into the CMAP group that I have to do every single Wednesday. I have all of this stuff. Remember me to post stories, to respond to any comments that have been left on social media, anything like this. We also have there Tracy, who's one of my clients. I need to add something and a CNAME to her website that she's asked me to do. So that's on there too. Now, for whatever reason, I'm unable to maybe get to that point and be able to actually do it today. What I then do is I would then, let's click on Tracy's and I can say, add that to tomorrow or add that to next week, or I can even pick a date to when I want to add it to. And so I'm a big advocate of using this. So I'm a big advocate on all of this stuff. We have here, look, cancel DDD for account, which is my accountant because I messed it up. So there's these things that you put on, and I've been saying I'm going to do that for ages. And I just will go, cool, let's move that to tomorrow. And now it's gone. And that moves to tomorrow. You can set up as well. If you look at mine on health, you can see here I've got core and workout. I've got work. I can add ones into work. There's all different ones within work. I even use it for my personal stuff, putting the bins out and all of that stuff, running a productive life. It's very difficult. So that's how I work task management into my day. It's important because I feel anyway, running a business as a broker, for example, if you're running the business, that's great, but you also have to make sure you still run your life too. And so I find having it on there is awesome. Now, with all of them, by the way, I can have them on my phone. So if I open my phone up now on screen, you're going to be able to see here that it's actually this window here. So I can always see that. And the goal is always that at the end of the day, those tasks are cleared. That's the ultimate goal. The second thing we have is time management. So let's talk about time management in a bit more detail. So the time management one is all about diary. It's time blocking. Now for that, this is making sure that my diary is set up in a way that's going to allow me to always be on top of things, that I know I'm never going to be overworked and that I'm not going to have too much to be able to deal with it. And so when it comes to this, how I have my diary is I actually block it like this. So I use Outlook, as you can see. I've had to go to 2026 so you can see what it would look like empty, because yeah, my diary gets full and I get booked in a year in advance. So every year, everybody renews their contract with me and we work together. So you can see here, my diary is completely empty. This is how it looks. So all of these gaps that are available here are available for people to book in for coaching calls. And then I have everything else put in there. So my YouTube video, my food, admin, walking the dog. Now you will notice on this, it's FKKK. These are actually Finder, Keeper, and then which is a concept that I got from Ryan Serhant. Check out his book. I think it's Big Money Energy is the way you get this from, or Sell It Like Serhant is another book he has. I think it's Brand It Like Serhant. There's other 3 books. They're great. But this Finder, Keeper, Do strategy, when it comes to timing, that's more like task and productivity. But that's why that's marked in there. Is Finder is looking for business, Keeper is client retention, and Doer is actually doing the business, talking to clients. So all of the red stuff, all of the spaces, that's D work. The Finder work is going to be any type of marketing. The Keeper work is any type of client retention, responding to messages, emails, WhatsApp, keeping customers happy. I have it all diarized into my day, so I know what I'm doing at each time. So it's very, very much scheduled out. Then the third one we have is this notes management, is the one which is about keeping track of what you do and who you've spoken to. Now, for me, the one that I use with this, because I speak to a lot of people, I speak to loads of people through coaching calls, on Zoom, all the time. And so on top of doing podcasts, being interviewed, speaking to clients, having discovery calls, having consultations with people in regards to maybe some larger businesses, I do some consulting work for larger businesses. When you max all of that into it, it all becomes a little bit of a mess. And so because of that, I need to know who I'm speaking to and what I'm doing. So I keep copious notes. And so one of the things I use for this is I actually use a Microsoft suite. I use OneNote. So OneNote is absolutely phenomenal. It's an awesome system. So as you can see here, these are the files. So this is how I keep it. Now I can there's notes on this all through here. So there's business, there's everything all in there. I have my clients. They can all go into notes down the side here. So you can see these are all different notes. And what that allows me to do, and I won't open this up, obviously it's got clients' information in it, but you're going to be able to see in here I have all my open clients that are currently working with me. Every one of their notes is in there. I have my old clients, so that is anyone who's worked with me in the past, their notes there, and then any discovery calls that have taken place that haven't yet moved to become anything. What does happen with me, as you can imagine, is I speak to a lot of people. I've been doing it like 6.5 years at this point. People come back to me a year or two later, so I have all their notes in there and I usually remember who they are. I'm able to go back and draw from those notes and remember their situation, see how things have changed. So that's one of the ways I do that. Now, the great thing about note management, when you pair this with a tool like Fathom, which is an AI note-taking software. So this is Fathom, and it allows you to take notes on your Zoom, take notes. It's awesome. It's an absolute game changer. It will do the notes for you. It will give you an AI summary of it, and then also a link to the video. So these then get added into my notes folder. So I can not just see the notes from clients or anything I've had. I'm also able to look back at them and watch videos if I wanted to, if something's really unclear. So this is how I'm able to create a complete structure and an ecosystem to keep myself on task. So I have task management, time management, notes management, and all of these things combined allow me to stay super organized. Now, do I get stressed? Do I get overwhelmed? Of course I do, but it doesn't have to be that way. So I'm a big advocate of sharing that. So if you're a broker right now, I would highly recommend you adopt some of these strategies, if not all of these. Start them slow and you'll definitely see an improvement. Now, if you want to learn how you can improve your customer retention, you want to check out this video on screen right now where I break down exactly how I help brokers and the stuff we've done in regards to customer retention. Give it a click.